Good morning. It is Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Taiji Sword. We're going to do some drills today to pay attention to developing the strength in the wrist and the arm, as well as connecting the sword. We worked on this before. It's important. And what I'm going to do today is a little bit more of this move. Let's take it apart. How do we do this move? And then once I get back in the other room over there, it's a car this time. So once I get back in the other room over there, then I'll put it all together. And I will also be making some videos that probably I'm going to shoot outside, so that you'll be able to see how the form fits together all at once without having to back up or move to another place. The opportunity to be outside when we're practicing, especially with sword, is a good thing. Now, I say that in the context of having learned a sword form in the space that you can see here. It's possible. It's not easy, but it's possible. All right, let's get started. Basic stretch. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Wiggle fingers, open the arms. Hands circle to the front, back around to both sides. Up along the center line. Extend out over the legs. Reach out. And roll up through the back. Stay over your legs. Don't reach out behind yourself. I'll talk about that in a minute. And roll up. One more. Stretch out. Roll up. Elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips. Hands return to your sides. All right. Real quick. When we do the stretch, I talk about go out over your legs. Don't do this. That's not over your legs. It's not. You want this to rotate. Okay? Hip rotates so the leg stays. Hip rotates over the legs. The butt doesn't go back that much. It doesn't. It's not supposed to. Stretches through the back of the leg. And roll up. Alright, when I talk about over the legs, that's exactly what I mean. The angle of the leg to the floor stays more or less the same. If your butt goes back, that's what happens. We don't want that. Turn over the leg. All right. Sword practice, right? Need the sword. Okay, as we work on different moves, right? We're paying attention to which side of the, it's not sharp, but I'm still not going to slide my hand along the edge of the blade, okay? Not happening. It's a bad habit to think about doing that. Just thinking about doing that is a bad thing to do, right? You don't want to think about that. The idea is that both sides of the sword are sharp and we can use both of them. Right? 1, 2. I slice out, slice in. Slice out, slice in. Slice out, slice in. Right? We have opportunities. Now, if I'm going to slice in, I need to be really careful that I don't keep going. Right? I'm going to turn a little bit so that my direction over here doesn't turn into this. Okay? I don't want this. The sword come. No. Alright. So this idea that we're going to pay attention to what we're doing with the sword as well as our body position relative to what we're doing. Right? If I slice down, I don't want my leg there. I don't. Really. I don't. I don't want to do that. I don't. So, as we move through the form, which gives us how to move, or several of these things, right? So, I slice down and this leg is up. Got the leg out the way. And I'm out far enough. You practice this with me, yes. I'm out far enough that the distance is comfortable to me. And I'm not going to hit myself. I really don't. The emphasis that I'm putting on this today is safety as well as paying attention to your own practice, right? This idea that you practice in such a way that you get out of your own way as you're moving. Okay? Let's work on this just for a second with this idea of moving the leg out of the way. At the very beginning of the form, very beginning of Wudang Taiji form, right? We change hands and we come around and up, right? This idea of up goes with. All right, now we move slowly, or more or less slowly, in accord with Taiji principles. But if you'll notice how this changes right here. This leg and the sword come up together. Right? Moving through this and up. Let's work on that a little bit. All right, I'm going this way, so follow me. We're not starting at the very beginning, right? We're going to start just as we have opened to the left side. And we're ready to change hands. Left foot front. Pay attention to where the sword is. Pay attention to where your right hand is. Pay attention to your body alignment. Pay attention to using the back leg. And shift. Move forward. And come down. Turn the toes. Turn the other toes. Ready to come up and up. Alright, do it again. Yes, we are going slow right now. it's harder to go slow and move through that. Keep this up, pull up through here. Stay over your legs. This is that basic stretch, this idea of over your legs. Pull this up and be over your legs as we go up. Take everything with you. And shift back. Turn. And my left leg did not want to go up. That's fine. All right, this turn around and up. Slice up. This edge of the blade, down and up. As you turn, as you come through, the waist turns, okay? Body turns, waist turns, everything's moving, right? Turn the waist here and up, right? As I'm going up, right? The elbow doesn't need to go beyond the shoulder until I'm here, right? I am going all the way up here, so yeah. Right here. Turn waist. I'm going to do this with me. Feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. Turn to the left. We're going to turn the waist, bring the sword down. Sword's in the right hand, left hand, sword hand. Just in front of the lower dantian. Down and turn. Down and turn. Slow. Down. Turn the waist. Again. Slow. Down. Turn the waist. A little bit faster. Down, turn the waist. Extend through the sword. Where's the tip of the sword? Tip the sword in back here. Tip the sword's up there. Where's the tip of the sword? Down. Where's the edge of the sword? All along here. And again, edge of the sword. Sink, turn the waist, bring the sword down. One more time. Sink, turn the waist, pull in, turn through the hip, sink, and turn. One more time. Set, and turn. All right, relax. The dynamic of the sword, what am I doing with this particular thing? What do I have? I've talked about this extensively. Do I have a straight sword? It's a straight sword. This is jian. Do I have a broadsword? There's an edge on one side. It's not sharp on the other. It's not intended to be sharp on the other side. These are two different kinds of martial arts equipment. Weapons. All right? So, as we're moving, what have I got? How can I, right? How can I use what I have? If I have a whip, got a handle, rope on the end of some sort, what can I do with that whip? I can't do the same thing with the whip that I can do with the sword. Don't work. I can't do the same thing with a staff that I can do with a sword. Although there are some things that are extremely similar I can come across with a staff. I'm not going to be able to, I can't have the same idea in mind, right? I can't have the same intent if I have a staff, because with this idea of the sword is sharp and pointy, there are things that I expect that I would not expect if this was a round, hardwood object, or a bamboo staff even. It doesn't have an edge on it that can slice. Yep. This is what we're working on this morning. Yes, slice. All right, so from the beginning over here, one time through, well, probably three. Pay attention to the weight transfer and what the waist is doing in combination with what you're doing with the sword. And ready, shift back, turn the waist and up. All right. Turn the waist. Again. The better you have in mind the idea of what you're doing and where you're going, the direction, the dynamic, how much effort, how much energy, and what your destination happens to be. The better you have a grasp of that, the easier it is to get there. Again. And shift back. Forward, down, and turn the waist. All right. One more time. All right. All sorts of things to keep in mind while we're up there. All sorts of things to keep in mind. Foot shouldn't be too far out. You don't want to feel like you're going to fall into the next movement. You want to feel like you're going to be up there and you can stay there until you decide to come down. Okay? Doesn't always work out that way, but that's one of the goals, right? So sufficiently pulled up through the back, through the spine, through the upper body and the torso so that the hips are well supported and you can go up, right? So one more time. Shift, out, turn, up. We're going to do it again. Try to hold there for just a minute. Just not quarter of a second. All right? So that this, even if you're wobbling a little bit, which I just did, all right? This. One more time. There we go. You'll find a position. And then when you're ready, you can come down. It takes a little practice to find that correct position. What do I need to hold? How do I need to hold it? What do I need to do? And now we're going to combine it with what we're doing with the sword. And my cat's got her little issue. She ate some plant. Now she's having a little trouble over here. Should be all right. Alright. One more time. And I'm going to talk about this in just a second. Shift back, forward, turn, up. Right? The ability to find and return to repeatedly correct position matters. That's why we're doing drills this morning, right? That's why I'm just these few movements. There's more in just these few movements that contributes to what we're doing later than is apparent. Okay? So there's more here than is apparent. As we analyze each of these moves, as we work on an individual move repeatedly, we gain the skills to take it apart and put it back together. Works for everything. It's not just this movement. Once you got the skill, you can do it with everything, right? Again. Where's your left foot supposed to be? Where's your right foot supposed to be? Where's the sword supposed to be? Where's your hand supposed to be? Shift back. Come forward. Down. Turn. Up. One more time. Set. Shift back. Forward. Turn. Turn. Up. Stay there. And down. Alright. I was trying to stay there for longer, but it wasn't happening. Okay, too much of a wobble, right? We have to pay attention. What was going on, right? So, a little bit of wobble in my ankle. And where I needed to be in balance, I wasn't. Wasn't going to happen. Can I move through that posture? Yes. Can I stay there? Sometimes. Left foot front, right foot back. Shift back. Forward. Down. And turn. Up. And out. Okay, I came down when I wanted to that time. This kind of focus, paying attention to how do I move through. Let me show you this. As I'm here, I'm going to shift back and then go forward again. Change hands. Slice. Slice down. Right? Turn the waist, slice down. Turn the foot. Come up. These are fundamental moves with a sword. Down, around, out. Let's do this. Down, around, out. To pull that back a little bit, pull me back a little bit. Hand can be on your waist. Get it out of the way. Down, around, out. Down, around, out. Down, and out. This turn, right here, tip of the sword, turn it over. Tip of the sword, turn it over. So that connect to the tip of the sword. In just this one movement, we need to pay attention to this side of the blade, right? And this side, and the tip. The more tightly we can connect what we're doing with the sword, what we're doing with the body, the easier it is to develop the skill to extend the energy through the sword, which is what we want for Tai Chi sword. All right? That extension, there's a chandelier up there. All right? I have to know where the end of the blade is. I do. It's not abstract, it's not me looking at it, it's me, I know where my hand is, right? I know, here's my hand. This is what I can do with my hand, right? I can do a lot of things with my hands. I type reasonably well, I plant flowers, I have some martial arts skills that I have that I can use my hands for, right? So I can do quite a few things. Sword. Right. Point being, I know where this is. I know where this is, right? I need to know where this is. And I need to know how much weight it has. Not sure why the light changed, but yeah, oh well. It's getting lighter outside perhaps. Okay, doesn't matter. I need to, how far does my hand go? I've talked about this in terms of our closing the distance, right? So what's my stepping method? How far am I going to step? Where do I need to go? What direction? And if I wanted to if I want to reach the wall over here, I can't. I have to close the distance. Right? I still can't reach the wall, but I don't have near as far to go. Right? Knowing where that is matters. Let's do it again. Set. Shift back. Change hands. Forward. Turn to the left. Turn to the right. And up. Alright. As you go up, again, the idea should be smooth and continuous. If it's not perfect, can you correct it? Is there, can you make a little adjustment? Alright? Try again. Okay. Again. Shift. Extend. Up. Alright. I'm going to stop here for today. Paying attention to individual moves, the same as we do in our Tai Chi form, right? Same as we do in any of the forms. Hey, you're going to learn particular movement, you're going to need to pay attention to it, right? Pay attention to everything all together. Gives us transitions, gives us sequence, gives us things that we can connect. And there are several things that we can connect in just these few moves, right? But practicing in sequence gives us those connections. Practicing individual movements taking them apart. What do I need to do with this? What am I doing here? Can I return to this movement? What's the dynamic with the waist? What am I supposed to be doing with the sword? Taking that apart, practicing it repeatedly, gives us skills that carry through not only the movement that we're practicing, but through all of the other movements as well. I appreciate you being here this morning. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop. I will be back tomorrow with Wudang Qigong, and Friday with Wudang Qigong again, advanced sets. Monday, Yang style Tai Chi. Tuesday, Wudang style Tai Chi. Wednesday, we're back with sword. Thursday and Friday, Qigong again. Thank you.